There is a question nobody asks about the night sky. Not astronomers, not physicists, not the parents standing at the window with a child on their hip, pointing upward, teaching the song before the child can even form the words to sing it back. Why do we tell children to look at them? Every culture, every era, every civilization that has ever existed under an open sky has pointed its children upward at night and said, look at the lights, learn their names, sing to them, make a wish on them. Let them be the last thing you see before you close your eyes. Nobody has ever asked why we do this. Nobody has asked who told us to start. The rhyme is attributed to a poem written in 1806 by an English woman named Jane Taylor. That's what the books say. That's the tidy, documented origin of the song you learned before you could read. But the melody is older. The melody, that specific sequence of notes, that particular rise and fall, predates the poem by centuries. It appears in French folk music from the 1760s. It appears in variations in German folk tradition before that. It appears in fragments, in manuscripts that predate the printing press, written in languages that have no other surviving literature. The melody was already old when Jane Taylor put words to it. And the words she chose, and whether she knew it or not, were the same words people had always used. A greeting, a response, an acknowledgement, sent upward on a child's voice at the precise frequency that carries furthest in the dark, that something had been seen and was being watched in return. The astronomers have a name for the twinkling, scintillation, light bending as it passes through layers of air on different temperatures, creating the illusion of flickering, of movement, of a light source that pulses rather than shines steadily. The illusion of something blinking, the illusion of something winking. The illusion, if you watch long enough on a clear enough night with the specific kind of attention that children have before they learn to stop paying it, of something noticing you back. There is a woman in rural Vermont named Constance who has kept a journal for 40 years. She started it the night her daughter May disappeared, and she has not stopped writing in it since. Not one day in 4 decades. What are they? Not what are stars? She knows what stars are. She taught high school science for 31 years. She understands the difference between what a thing is and what a thing does. She wants to know what they do. May was 7 years old when she disappeared. A Tuesday night in early October. Constance had put her to bed at 8, had heard her singing softly through the wall. That song, always that song, with a clarity she would give anything to hear again. She fell asleep in her chair. She woke to silence. The specific silence that fills a house when something that was present isn't anymore. She went to May's room. The bed was empty. The window was open. The curtains moved in a breeze that smelled like something very cold and very far away. Not cold like winter, cold like the absence of warmth. She looked out the window. The sky was very clear, the stars were very bright. And one of them, she has written about this in every journal, has returned to the description hundreds of times. One of them was closer than it should have been, not fallen, not moving in any way she could track or measure, just closer. Wrong in the way that a face is wrong when it's standing too near yours in the dark. She watched it for a long time. Then it wasn't close anymore. Then it was just a star again, high and cold and twinkling in the ordinary way. She has never stopped looking up. She has never seen May again. Constance answered one letter in 40 years of refusing researchers and journalists. A woman in rural Japan whose son had disappeared on a clear night after singing, with a window left open that nobody remembered opening. Constance wrote back once. One letter, 2 pages. The second page contained only one piece of advice. Don't let your remaining children sing the song. If they already know it, and they probably already know it, they always know it before you teach them. Tell them it's just a song. Tell them the stars are just gas and light and distance. Tell them there is nothing up there that can hear them. Tell them whatever you need to tell them. But don't let them sing it near an open window. Don't let them sing it at night. The rhyme isn't teaching children to wonder about the stars. The rhyme is teaching children to announce themselves. The twinkling is a response, has always been a response, to the singing, to the specific frequency of a child's voice on a clear night, carrying upward towards something that has been waiting, with the patience that only things at an incomprehensible distance can have, for exactly this, for a voice, for a signal, for someone to look up and say, "How I wonder what you are," and mean it. Jane Taylor wrote the poem in 1806, but the melody was already old, and something older than the melody has been listening for a very long time. Don't sing it near the window. Don't sing it at night. And if your child goes quiet in the middle of the song, don't wait to find out why.